Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you've got here.
It's much nicer now.
Her eyes wander north towards the yard. Yeah, I
Where the
imagine
dead body
so.
used to hang, clearly visible from the roof. But no,
Thank you
Oh,
for that,
sorry.
officers. Truly.
You mentioned a cleaning lady. I think I need one.
Oh yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
It has Disco Infernum, Hell, you know not of which you speak. There are vortices of dark energy present, but not Hell. To another place, a third place, much different from our world. I just trashed the place. Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
Fair assessment.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
the chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
It's gotten pretty hard in the meantime, but I go on. How long do you think until the hard wears us down? Things are only gonna get easier for me. I'm a policeman. Toodoo-roo-doo. Imitate a siren. It's gotten pretty hard in the meantime, but I go on.
I can see that. I'm glad all this onward going has brought you to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
What could she be thinking of? It's hard to say. Her shoulders are relaxed, her eyes on the cigarette. It's like she's disappointed this wasn't about more entertaining matters.
What's your name, miss, for the record?
Clausier Amandou.
Same name that Titus gave you. Like her accent, it sounds Oranese. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
Are you from Oranje? Sure.
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
Wasn't the tattoo on the hanged man an Oranese map of the waterways? The thought begins to form in your head, then dissipates. Something for later.
What is Oranje? How old are you?
I'm 28.
What do you do, miss? What's your specialization?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Oranjes lit?
Oranese literature.
Oh.
It's what I studied at the university.
She raises both eyebrows. What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
Revacholian literature too?
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world.
I have no intention of doing that. I do feel the urge to save the world, yes. I guess that's why I'm on the case. The world is unimportant, I want to hear about you. That sounds like a pickup line. I have no intention of doing that.
That's just a phase the Revacholian hero goes through.
She breathes in the menthol-flavored fumes, savoring it.
Before they plunge into full core humanity and world saving.
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of assault. But, of course, what seems should not be your priority.
Oranise lit. What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
Okay, cool. That seems a bit patronizing, right? Cool.
It's not very cool, but what can you do?
Could we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Do you not have it with you?
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
I'm pretty sure I have the legal right to demand your passport, miss. How do I know you've told us your real name? Okay then.
Okie dokie.
She pours herself more coffee.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Right, sure. Let's ask it. What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
The Republic of Oranje is a democratic nation on the Muindi Isola, north of here, over the sea and across the Pale. It is one of the 6 major Occidental nations to hold stake in the continued occupation of Revachol, the coalition. People consider it a reasonable superpower.
Reasonable?
They will make you into a fiscal colony, divert your natural resources, hold patents and shares, but they won't threaten to wipe you out anytime, like Revachol did in its prime.
A bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass, duraluminum. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. And night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
Alright, thank you. That's it for the record.
The record. So official.
Yeah, sure is. What is this wildflower?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
That's fair. Nice room you've got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
What are you doing here in the whirling in rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in the whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
Ah, okay, so we just had one of the options. Okay. You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there. Where does that door lead to? Yeah, you have quite the collection.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
She says without any discernible irony.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
No further questions on that
I
one.
always heard you RCM guys were cool. You are.
Well, thank you. Where does that door lead to?
I have no idea, officer.
Okay, that window is new.
It is.
She moves slightly to your left to check her reflection in it.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
I have other questions for you.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Uncomfortable topic now. They tell us what happened to you.
It's a bit early in the morning for rape, isn't it?
Um, it's not that early, and what does that mean? Were you? It's not that early?
She looks around. The sun has risen over the sea. People are rushing to work below.
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed I'm awake. Why am I even awake?
So were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
Oh,
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
interesting.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Titus asked you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
She cradles her coffee cup in both hands.
Warming them.
What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
Wait, partied? Where have I heard that before? You mean like a birthday party? What kind of partying points to your bloated face, the kind I do? I don't get it. What do you mean partied? Wait, partied. Where have I heard that before?
A lot of partying going on.
From Titus. About her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
Sure, let's ask the one about me.
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
No one parties harder than me.
Please, you're alive in 50. I've known people who party so hard they're dead at 14.
She stops to take a short drag.
What no one does on your level is hitting the repeat button. I'll give you that. And maybe room trashing.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
You were lovers?
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
The lieutenant's voice is quiet, calm.
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
It must have been hard for you seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
The call reporting the hanging, that was you?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, we call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
The caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it? How?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
So, she's Scott's mystery phone cutter.
And in the process you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry.
Well, thank you, Logic.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
She manages a smile.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
I mean, they probably do. They probably do.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
Another puff, more nervous.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
What did they hang him for if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
Mostly, yeah.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
Alright.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Thank you for telling us all of this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
I had something else before we go, a little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
What's that? No, I don't think I'm gonna do that right now. No, let's
Why
return
not?
later.
I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Yeah, you've been on the roof for a long time, haven't you?
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Actually, now that I hear superstar and law official in a sentence, they sound weird together. Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah,
Sure.
you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bayi, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Wait, what was that about a ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah, you know. Beneath it is just heartbreak, a pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer. This is the beginning of your legend.
Fuck it, action. No, I'm too downbeat. I won't say those things anymore. Wave off the thought. Should we become the superstar cop? I don't know, it kind of clashes with the working class communism thing we've had going on recently. Fuck it, action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
Okay, let's quickly check on the fact, on the fort, not the fact.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Say in a hushed voice, why did she tell us all of that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure how. I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something is off here.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Okay. Anything else we can find on the roof? That's just the footprints down there. Nothing else is sticking out. Is this a repeatable one, or is it a one-time thing?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
We can't really retry it then, though, could we? Like, we can't increase physical instrument anymore. Right? Where was it? Physical instrument. No, I don't think we can increase it any further. Anything else that could give us that? What's some kind of superstar? -2 logic. Still seems unlikely. Research time 1 hour 10 minutes. First, let's make this absolutely clear. No one is saying you're an actual superstar in the groupies and cocaine riddled with hepatitis C strikes a lion-esque pose with a mic kind of way. You're not Shalom Le Million or Davy Dewis. No, you're a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll authenticity and passion to a line of work where people don't expect or want to see it, where some would say it doesn't belong. Law enforcement. I will not do that right now. That's healing things from that. That's empathy towards Kim. -2 suggestion, that's pretty bad. Can we forget it? Because sure, the XP and 2 real is nice, but you know what? We will keep 1 skill point in our pocket, and if we need suggestion, we can just yeet the Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. Because, yeah, I'm not too bothered with it. Question Clausia about the dead man. Ask her a little later when she's collected herself. Alrighty. Let's leave for now. Maybe we'll come back later to the door. Maybe we find something else that helps us. Okay. Downstairs again. Nothing else in here, okay. Very nice, but now, wait. What's that? Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Oh, that's probably from way in the beginning of the game, right? Anything else we can click here? Oh, there's money there? Yeah, there's money. Very nice. Anything else? Window?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Squint?
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
Well, let's try it. 83% is good.
Nothing. Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman.
Should've-
Motionless. The wind in the yard doesn't reach the hawthorn, nor does the light come in from this window.
I should have squinted later. Perception, perception, perception. Oh, we can't upgrade it any further. Oh no, I really blew it, didn't I? I'm sure there was something useful there. Do we have a drug that upgrades... Prevent your gaze. That's motorics, okay. Do we have a drug that increases that? Items. Blue medicinal stuff. Interactable. Wait, where's that sort of thing? Don't we have the drugs at some point as well? Where are they? Where did we drop the drugs? Can equip that when things are dire. Don't we have any drugs that increase things? Visual calculus, do we have that? No, not visual calculus. What was it? Perception, right. Minus perception, minus perception. I really should have tried it and then increased it again with the you know, with the squinting, because I assume that would have done it. No perception here anywhere. Composure, interfacing, esprit de corps, drama. Ah, that is annoying. Interactable book. Dried Maybells. This is the wildflower you caught. One of a bouquet of moguets, I don't know how to pronounce that you found on the whirling roof. It's shedding its petals quickly in your pocket.
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
What is this, Kim?
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
Okay.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Who pinned them? Which side?
The revolutionaries, so the communers and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too.
Ah, I see.
It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the Civil War.
What does this flower blossom in early spring?
Yes, but not this early. Not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
I see. Is it a coincidence, it being on the roof?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
Very well, let's put it back in our
The
pocket.
petals feel dry and fragile in your hand.
Alright.
Water flows under the channel bridge. Dark water. You rub your sides for warmth, but there is none.
Okay, stand still.
The feeling recedes.
Alright.
Rene, that old man in the uniform. Maybe you should show it to him when you get the chance.
Well, about that, I don't think that's gonna happen at this point, is it? No, I don't think it is. Alright, I think next up we're gonna try make a call from the phone, try to find out about the boots and all that.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Okay, pick up the radio.
57, how may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
No, nothing for now, thanks.
57, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Okay, so what can we do? I'd really like to try that skill check again. What drug? Like, there's the drug that that increases the psyche stat. We had that before, pyrrolidon. I'm sure there's one for motorics, physique, and intellect as well. I'm sure each of those has its own stat collection that it raises. But which one could we? Well, let's go around and then return to them a little bit later.